It was not struck by the protesters. Now, why do I bring this up? Because body camera footage has been released for the first time.
Element spot running.
You can see the body
robot.
camera footage over at American Greatness
It
or
would
at
be an
btmedia.news
blessing
after
if
the show today,
YLS would support
when I
my
put it in the Daily
fundraiser
Show
so
prep.
I can replace my dying
And in this body camera
T500 with the new
footage,
GT2.
it might as well just say, Casey told you
URL.
so. I'm going to read to you from this article from Julie Kelly, because you can watch the video, but I obviously can't play the video for you, but you can go watch it. But I'm going to read from this article. It's not that long, by the way. The article isn't all that long. The video is quite a bit longer, but I just want you to understand what was seen in this video. And I also want you to, in the back of your mind, just keep in mind that when they initiated the attack on protesters, at least one individual had a medical episode as a result. One of the flashbangs went off like right next to them. I just want you to keep that in mind. That person died. They never talk about that. They make up that 5 police officers were killed at the protest. That didn't happen. But they always leave out the protesters who died. Body-worn camera footage obtained by American Greatness of a D.C. Metropolitan Police officer on duty on January 6, 2021 shows the chaos unfolding in real time that day and how law enforcement's response to the protest led to rising tension and deadly violence. Officer Terrence Gregg, an 11-year veteran of the force, testified last week in the criminal trial of Richard Barnett, an Arkansas man notoriously photographed with his feet on the desk of then House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's office in January 6, 2021. Nearly 2.5 hours of video was captured by Craig's body-worn camera, providing an uninterrupted and shocking view of what happened inside and outside the building. Never-before-seen interactions with police and protesters bolster demands by House Republicans to release all surveillance video recorded by Capitol security cameras on January 6th, something that Republicans promised they would do, and that Matt Gaetz and company secured in the vote for Speaker. And we've now heard that Speaker McCarthy is absolutely going to do this. Craig's video starts with a group of D.C. Metro and Capitol Police advancing toward the west side of the building at 2:30 p.m. The first physical breach occurred about 15 minutes beforehand. Capitol Police had used non-lethal munitions such as flashbangs, pepper balls, and tear gas on the crowd assembled outside on Capitol grounds for roughly an hour. The first time in department history that officers were ordered to use such dangerous crowd control devices on political protesters. Now, at this point, I feel it's my duty to remind you that this is not the first time that the Capitol has so-called been breached by political protesters. It has happened several times in history. And this is the first time that they've ever used these methods. Now, you can argue that the crowd is a lot larger this time. Okay. But this is not the first time that the Capitol's been breached. It's not the first time that protesters have gone into the Capitol and stopped business that day. It's just the first time that they've ever been treated like this. There is, again, a discussion and a debate about differences in those situations, but nonetheless, what I just told you is an absolute fact. D.C. police were ordered to dress in full riot gear, including gas masks, face shields, gloves, and ballistic vests. Under cross-examination by Joseph McBride, one of Barnett's defense attorneys, Craig admitted the officers were, quote, fully geared up before taking their positions. Craig also stated that officers carried a metal ASP. Now, an ASP is a telescopic collapsing baton. So it's, folds up about 6 inches or so, and then you flick the wrist and it comes back out. It's all metal. They hurt like a son of a gun when you get whacked with one of these things. And rock and roll they did. The footage showed a dramatic shift in tone from the massive crowd assembled at the Capitol lawn as jackbooted cops arrived on the scene. Craig admitted as much. It was peaceful heading up to the Capitol, he told the lawyer. You can hear the noise and the sounds, and you see the officers on the side. But chants of USA, USA quickly dissipated as the crowd grew agitated at the sight of police officers. Faces obscured while dressed in military-type gear, forming groups on the upper terrace. At least a few SWAT officers can be seen mingling with local police at around 2:45 p.m. Now, at this point, I feel like you need to understand something. If you've got a crowd like that and you're going to engage in crowd control, it makes perfect sense for the officers to be completely and totally kitted out to protect themselves. That makes complete and total sense. That shouldn't be a criticism. This does highlight, though, that the posture that was taken, that is what turned some people in the crowd angry. And perhaps violence would not have happened had the police not been there. But had the police not been there and violence broke out, everybody would have asked where the cops were. We also know that while police were there and people were breaking things, protesters were looking at the cops going, "Can you please arrest that guy? Please stop him. Why aren't you doing anything? This needs to stop. This is your capital." And the police did nothing. Police continued to douse the crowd with chemical spray, even though protesters were not attempting to breach a line of officers below. So once again, this is all captured on footage. Protesters are not getting violent. Protesters are not engaging physically with officers. Protesters are not destroying property, and the officers are dousing them with pepper spray. Craig entered the rotunda around 2:50, about 5 minutes after the fatal shooting of Ashley Babbitt, who we took over a year to figure out. She was trying to prevent people from breaching those doors. She was not trying to breach those doors herself. The area at first appears sparsely populated with protesters and police. In one scene, officers appear to be tending to the injuries of an elderly man laying on the floor. Physical and verbal confrontation started inside the rotunda around 3:10 p.m. as police forcibly tried to move the increasingly packed crowd out of the area. One woman yelled at the officers, asking, "Do you feel big and strong now?"
Oh, good grief.
Typical female response to this sort of thing. Does that get you off by pushing around a bunch of women? Get it. This is all just captured on tape. She's clearly irritated. Craig walks throughout the building, at parts chaotic and other parts relatively calm. One man approached Craig to explain the police took his cell phone and asked how he could get it back. Craig's answer are unintelligible, impaired by the gas mask and face shield. "Sir, I can't understand you," the man said as he followed Craig down the set of stairs. The guy then says, "Wait, is this the Capitol?" Now, this is the guy talking to Officer Craig. The guy says, "Wait a minute, is this the Capitol? Are you serious?" "I've never seen it," the man says, underscoring the fact that many individuals had never been in the Capitol before and did not know where to go or how to exit. This is obviously a defense that has been used by many people. They didn't even know. Now, when you get into D.C., you can kind of see how this would be confusing when you start walking around D.C. It's very easy to pick out the buildings from the skyline. It's very easy to pick out the buildings on television. When you're actually on the ground, you have to understand the scale of these buildings. And I've tried explaining this to people who have not been to D.C. before. The buildings are massive. And it's very easy for you to just kind of not know where you are in D.C. if you're new and you've never been there before. So this is a guy who's like, "Hey, man, the cops took my cell phone. Where can I get it back?" And he's like, stops and wait a minute. Were you in the Capitol? Had no idea he was even in there. Craig then takes a position outside of the building at around 3:50 p.m. amid a heavy police presence. The situation is relatively calm. Chance of we the people can be heard. Some police are again confronted by protesters. "Are you all going to tear gas us?" So one person asked. Let's see. One D.C. Metro police officer nodded his head. "It's we the people, not we the cops," another man shouted. At that point, 3 Trump supporters were dead, either wholly or partially due to excessive force. Remember that we've got several Trump supporters who died that day because of the actions of law enforcement. We have no law enforcement who lost their lives because of the actions of protesters. When they tell you otherwise, they're lying to you.
Ding.
As Craig approached the mouth of the tunnel, angry shouts can be heard. "You need to stop, stop," one individual yelled at police. Several other men can be heard screaming for help, while police spray more chemical gas into the crowd. At least 3 men and a few officers are seen dragging the lifeless body of Roseanne Boyland to the mouth of the tunnel. Her shirt is pulled up near her head. One man is attempting to administer CPR. Previously released footage and eyewitness accounts indicate that Boyland, 34 years old, likely died after succumbing to the effects of toxic gas spray by police in the enclosed space in what appears to be a beating while she was down on the ground by another DC Metro officer. Another thing that always gets left out, even though you can clearly see it on video. I'm going to continue with this coming up. This is all, for the record, I'm not giving you like eyewitness accounts here. Yes, this is a police officer's testimony, but this is all in his body cam. And this is all stuff that you were told was a lie and a conspiracy theory. Yet it's now officially a part of the record in court. Got more coming up. News Talk 95.3, Michiana's news channel.
Casey Hendrickson.
You have one chiropractor?
Okie dokie.
And you always do it fast, right?
What do you mean always?
Like you always have like time sponsorship for those?
Yeah, like the bottom of the hour.
Okay, so I don't have to rely on those.
Only if there's an extra commercial. And then sometimes I'll just plug that in with one of the other ones.
Okay.
So instead of them getting a 10-second thing, they'll get a 60-second thing.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I did not see what Crowder did today. I see a bunch of people have a hashtag Casey Mug Club. Yeah, I don't know. I don't quite know what Crowder did today, so I apologize. I didn't see it. There you go. Thank you, sir. When I was listening to Crowder's last couple of shows of the year, when I could tell that there was something going on with the Blaze and that they were hosing him, he did kind of mention building a platform with other hosts and also having a production company where hosts could come in and they would produce their show for them.
Oh, wow.
So I did hear about that, and I actually reached out to Dave Landau and said, hey, this is interesting, and I might be interested in it. So I will, I guess, reach out to Landau. I haven't watched what he did. I know Crowder came back today, but I don't know exactly what he said or what the content was. I'll have to listen to it later. But if you all want to tag him, I mean, it's probably better to tag him on Facebook, just because I have a bigger presence on Facebook, but
Alright, so let's do the pedal pace now. I'm not ignoring you guys. I have to do some pedal work right now before I can get going.
I changed the...
So I lubed my shaft.
I gotta change this too.
Yeah, don't touch it, moron.
I changed the
Wash your hands.
menu at btmedia.news, so now when you click on live stream, you have a choice of going to Rumble or to Odyssey instead of embedding it into the website.
I did.
Mostly because it's too much work and I always forget to do it anyway. What else? The site search is fixed on btmedia.news, so that has actually been repaired. I fixed that this afternoon. So you can actually search for stuff now. Huzzah.
Comfy. Not thick.
I did ask the
Heads are
software
not thick at all. They're small.
company if
These are
there
road
was
bike gloves.
a way to like import your social media posts into the social network on my website, and they said no. So that's not built in yet, but they did suggest it be a feature that I could recommend for the future.
I had the pedal face
Odyssey's
upside
not
down to give me more throw up top, but the corners are clipped in, and it feels so
Okay,
weird.
hold on.
My toes
There's
are
a way to
wrapping
reset the
around.
stream. Hold on a second. I'm going to reset it. It's weird. My software is getting there. I wonder what the issue is.
Microsoft sucks. That's the issue.
Well, shucks, I don't know.
Get a Mac.
Michiana's Morning News on 95.3 MNC, your breaking news and weather station.
And good afternoon. Thank you for tuning in. Newstalk 95.3, Michiana's
Kidding,
news channel.
Casey,
Back
I'm
to the
kidding.
new footage that's been released on January, from January 6th, I should say. This is all court record involving the trial of one of the protesters, and the body cam footage has been released. We'll get back to that here in a
Faces
second.
are solid, man.
Chiropractic, so
They're
if you
heavy.
have neck or back issues and you're dealing with pain, stop, drinking the pain medicine and all of the negative health effects that come with that. Stop worrying about
So,
potentially getting injections,
question is,
surgeries.
where are we gonna
Talk to a chiropractor,
put it up
go
and
to Warren
down?
Chiropractic, have them do the assessment, see what they can do for you. People who tend to seek out the care of a chiropractor can avoid surgery. Those who don't tend to not be able to avoid surgery. So do yourself a favor, give yourself the best possible chance to get better without having to go under the knife, the safest possible environment. Plus, I was just talking to Dr. Warren yesterday, and he was telling me about some cool new gadgets that he has coming that you're going to want to deal with. And it's going to be pretty cool. Some of the new stuff that they're going to offer that nobody else
T500
around here in a chiropractic office has. So it's going to be pretty cool to see
pedal
that.
faces
You walk
are
into Warren Chiropractic,
shiny.
First thing you'll notice is that you've got tons of
hang on, let me
equipment
show you,
just
actually.
do not see anywhere
Give me a
else
second.
at any other chiropractic office. And that is because they treat the whole body. Go to warrenchiro.com, click on the new patient tab, and let them know that I sent you. All right. At 4:20, Officer Craig and several other officers suddenly rushed back into the building and marched toward the Lower West Terrace tunnel, the scene of the most violent clashes between police and protesters. This is the same location where police are caught on camera beating women, including Victoria White. As Craig approached the mouth of the tunnel, angry shouts can be heard. "You need to stop, you need to stop." So one individual is yelling, okay? At least 3 men and a few officers are seen dragging the lifeless body of Roseanne Boylan from the mouth of the tunnel. Remember, she's the one that they're assuming that the way that they used the gas spray on her caused her to suffocate. And then as she was on the ground, limp and lifeless,
So here's
she
my
was repeatedly beaten
custom
by a police officer, and it's all captured
pedal face
on
for
tape.
the
She's
T500.
bleeping dead. This is on you, bleepers. That's what one man is screaming at the officers who continued to spray
Made
the
CNC
men tending to
machine.
Boylan as they were working on trying to save
Got
her
on
life.
GT Planet.
Just so you
And
understand,
it's got GTP,
you got people who are
DTS
not being
there.
violent.
I don't know if you can
Cops
see
were
it,
trying
but
to save this woman
it's there.
with CPR, and they are
Stream
being
elements
sprayed
bot running
with
emoji
OC spray
robot.
while they're doing
It would be an incredible blessing if YLS would support my fundraiser so I can replace my dying T500 with the new GT2. Emoji folded hands, URL.
For another 20 minutes, Craig relayed his version of events to McBride. "I saw the dead young lady, and they dropped her right in front of me. They just brought her and said, 'Hey, do your job and take care of her.'" After prosecutors objected to the line of questioning, Judge Christopher Cooper instructed McBride to avoid talking about the circumstances of people dying. Yes, the judge told them to avoid talking about the circumstances of people dying. Because, again, you're not allowed to talk about other people dying, but you can talk about police officers who died, weeks later, and somehow they died as a result of what happened on January 6th. Several men involved in the confrontation related to Boylan's death were arrested, detained, and charged with assaulting police officers. The Department of Justice and news media have carefully controlled the narrative, portraying protesters as the perpetrators of violence rather than the victims, while justifying the fatalities of 4 Trump supporters on January 6th. Boylan was officially pronounced dead at 6:09 p.m. And the
We're gonna
DC
go with
coroner
the top
later claimed that she
holes.
died of a drug
Top
overdose.
holes
They
of the
used
block.
given public evidence to the
and then top holes on the arm. So we've got to bring this face up high. My toes are wrapping over the top.
Watch the video for yourself so you can see some of the things that I've been telling you since the day it happened. 100% true. Of course, a lot of people removed from social media for pointing this out. MNC News Time is 3:31. Time to check out Impress Jewelry.
And to shift it over to the left
that last lifetime.
so I can left foot brake. Unlike the T500s, these arms float kinda, which means I can't bridge across it with a couple plates.
It might just be on their end,
So,
guys. I don't know.
Yep, it's alright. I'm getting used to it.
Software's feeding to it.
Don't go under there. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know why Odyssey's not working. Okay, stream successfully reset. Let's refresh. Why is this all echoey? This whole news feed. It was on glitching the entire time.
I gotta go take something from my back real quick.
It's your voice on it. What'd you do to it?
Muscles getting a little inflamed.
Except the glitchy part.
My voice on hold.
And being in this position does not help me.
Yeah, I think it's an Odyssey thing too,
I
Dennis.
still need to go for my tests.
I've reset the stream a
blood
couple of
tests
times.
and X-rays.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going
Doc
on.
wants to make sure of what's going on my back and how we can treat it. So I will return in a moment.
Let's try this. I'm going to stop it in the software and then try and restart it.
So please bear with me. Thanks for not leaving. I'll be right back.
I did just update OBS too, and this is a plugin for OBS, so maybe the plugin needs to be updated to work properly with it. That's a possibility.
Updates. Woohoo! You gotta love updates.
Oh, it's their end, you checked? Okay. Well, I mean, it happens. Pookie likes my cup. Yes, the knife guy, have a knife day. Yeah, I paid way too much for this at the Halloween store. I don't really care about having that side. That side doesn't make no sense. Well, I mean, it does, but I don't care about it. But that right there, yes. Yeah, Steven Crowder came back today. So this is the first time that he's, officially, like, independent. He's not with the Blaze. He said some stuff, and I see people in the Discord server pushing a hashtag for Casey Mug Club, but I don't know why. So, that would be awesome if you were able to do something with Crowder. Casey should be national. Appreciate that. Well, I can tell you this. If you were to sit me down and say, Casey, if you could work with anybody to go to a different platform, or in addition to this platform, working with another platform, without a doubt it would be Crowder. I mean, 100%. Most of you know that I'm really a fan of like two people, and Steven's one of them. So yeah, 100%. I do have the ability to communicate with Dave Landau sometimes, but we're not friends or anything. We just kind of communicate sometimes on social. It's not even showing a feed? Yeah, okay. Well, if there's something with Odyssey today, that's fine. Sometimes it's, Odyssey works and Rumble doesn't.
You'll do it by yourself? You should be able to.
Oh, God, Casey. Please don't do that.
Baby.
Please don't do that to me.
Alright. Sorry about the wait. A couple more people. Alright.
Well, when I get a chance to listen to Steve
Consider
show
message
today.
April. Please get ingredients for a
usually listen
salad,
on the way home.
including a cucumber and a large tomato.
Maybe I'll know what you guys are talking about.
Send it.
Yes.
Done.
I don't. The bad thing about the springs, the hard stop. Just when the metal collapses, that's it. I don't know. There's other mods out there. This is the first one I tried.
Well, I had signed up for Mug Club when he put up that website that was down for a couple of days and then came back up because of the quartering. Look at Remo pulling up like old school photos. For those of you who have never seen me in a very expensive suit, go to Discord right now. Remo's got me in a Hugo Boss suit.
What's
Back
with
when I used to
these?
dress like a civilized human being.
Well, at least I'm not 2 or 1. Haven't seen those in forever.
Because Andy told you to.
If your first time here, please hit that like button. Well, actually, please hit the like button and subscribe if you don't mind, if it's your first time here.
Ooh, good cartoon by Ben.
Thanks for visiting. Alright, I wouldn't mind having that in real life. Be quite helpful.
So that was at a beer fest, and my hair was entirely too long.
Alright.
Well, here's what I think. I think that, based on what we know, I think that Steven Crowder was not getting properly compensated by the Blaze for the sheer number of people who are subscribed to the Blaze purely for Steven Crowder. Because he's bigger than the Blaze. That's just my thought, though. And good afternoon. Thank you for tuning in. Newstalk 95.3, Michiana's news channel. I am your host, Casey Hendrickson. Well, yeah, I mean, you heard it during the news break. Jim Banks is running for Senate. I told you. I mean, it wasn't a secret. Okay, it's not like I had insider information, but yep, we knew that he was going to be running. But you know, all the usual suspects.
So we get more money. Woo!
National
10 grand.
Review won't like him. They've already attacked him in the past. You know, that sort of thing. You're gonna have. See, this is the thing about Jim Banks. Jim Banks is, well, he's actually conservative, and as a result, Jim Banks doesn't have a lot of friends in. I don't know, what would you call them? Your traditional conservative movement, your swamp dwellers, whatever you want. The problem is that, see, here's the thing. There's conservative, and then there's people who have warped the definition of what conservative is. And the most common form of perversion of actual legitimate conservatism is neocon. And nothing wrong with being a neocon, but you're not authentically conservative if you're a neocon. And when you are treating conservatism as a religion-adjacent philosophy as opposed to a political ideology, you're not, I don't want to say you're wrong, you're just not adhering to the strict principles of conservatism. You're just not. And unfortunately, those are the people who most often try to act like they're gatekeepers of conservatism. If you don't believe this one thing, then you're not a conservative. That's not how it is. That's why I wrote the core principles and submissive conservatism so many years ago, because there are certain things that are universal in conservatives.
Don't
and
lock
there are
up.
Things that are not
Don't lock up. I had to reinstall yesterday because they were locking up.
Things, you're a conservative. Period. There really isn't any gatekeeping. And there's a lot of radio hosts and influencers who come and go and that sort of thing who try to play gatekeeper on this. And there's nothing wrong with having those additional beliefs. It's just that those additional beliefs aren't what make you conservative. They're just compatible with the conservative ideology. So Jim Banks is one of those. He's really a conservative. And as a result of being really conservative,
buddy? Where you
the establishment doesn't much like the guy all that much. So he's made it officially. He's running for Senate.
Shit.
We expected that.
No, don't
what
do
we're
that.
waiting to hear
Damn it.
on is if Mitch
Oh my
Daniels
gosh, this
is
thing is stupid.
the rumors that Mitch Daniels is interested.
That's what I wanted to do.
If Mitch Daniels, according to some of the people that I have, which are much smarter at this than I am, Mitch Daniels is the favorite against Jim Banks initially, particularly in the southern part of the state.
Bad swipe, buddy.
Does that mean that Mitch Daniels would win?
All right.
Probably. Well, I don't want to say probably. Maybe not. But this
Solid
is
Aldi Jack Cheese, bad swipe.
This could be a dogfight. It really could be a dogfight.
Right.
Jim Banks very popular here. Not so popular around Indianapolis.
No, I cannot
Popular,
race. I'm at
well-known
work still.
in the southern part of the state.
Ah.
As I've told you before, Indiana is a red state full of purple Republicans. So,
How you feeling?
You know, we'll see. But Mitch Daniels may get in this thing. But if you ask me, Jim Banks should be the guy. Nothing against Mitch Daniels. I have always enjoyed my conversations with Mitch Daniels. He and I get along great. I think he's a good guy. I don't have the complaints about him as governor that some of you do.
You're not into political stuff. I apologize. This is Casey Hendrickson, also known as Casey, the host.
I only got the benefit of, I think, his last.
And he's broadcasting from South Bend area, and he is like the guy who knows about Mayor Pete Buttigieg, our transportation secretary. Casey doesn't just talk about politics, so
and if you ask me, Jim Banks should be the guy. And I'm hoping that Mitch Daniels doesn't get into it. I'm hoping that Mitch Daniels kind of says, you know, I don't need to be in politics anymore. I'm getting older and I can do other things and help people in other ways, which he's clearly done since he left the governor's office. But Representative Jim Banks did make his announcement, which we expected. He's going to be running for Mike Braun's open seat. There's still a couple of things we're waiting on. Right? A couple of things we're waiting on. A couple of chess pieces are still out there that may get in this thing for governor and Senate. But the general consensus is that this is Jim Banks' race to lose unless Mitch Daniels gets in it. And if Mitch Daniels gets in it, it is a dogfight favoring Mitch Daniels on the outset.
Hang on.
That's the consensus
Sounds
right now.
A bit off.
We'll see.
Hang on.
Okay, we will see. We don't know yet, but Jim Banks has made it official today.
Got the audio coming through the sound system again, so I can enjoy it and hear what these guys are at.
Also, I don't know a ton about all of this, but what is Neil deGrasse Tyson? Is Neil deGrasse Tyson an astrophysicist? He is, right? Amelia, is Neil deGrasse Tyson a white guy? He's not. Amelia says he's not. Now, she's colorblind, so I don't know if I can trust her. Wait, you are colorblind, aren't you? No, you're not. Okay, you're not. No, okay. Other producer was colorblind. Sorry. She started shaking her head yes, and I'm like, wait a minute. Was I making a joke, or was she the one who was actually colorblind? No, Tim was colorblind. Okay, so Neil deGrasse Tyson, I believe he's an astrophysicist, but he's a black guy. And that's weird. And the reason that that's weird, because some of you are probably like, why is that weird, Casey? Well, the reason it's weird is because
You're actually behaving.
Professor Natalie Gosnell, because of course it's going to be a crazy lady professor, has declared that astrophysicist is a racist field. Amelia, who's the most well-known astrophysicist in the world today? Neil deGrasse Tyson, right? How many other astrophysicists does anybody know? Zero. There is exactly one person in the field that anybody knows. And it's not a white guy. So I don't know what Natalie Gosnell is saying. I don't know why she has to go share a name with a baby murderer, but anyway, she declared that astrophysicist is a racist field that itself is not unique. This is Jonathan Turley. We have discussed how professors like Rhode Island Professor Eric Loomis have declared math, statistics, and technology as inherently racist. However, Gosnell's reason is that academia continues to focus on, quote, individualism and exceptionalism. In other words, only white people can be individuals and exceptional. Wow, what a racist thing to say, Natalie. So this is the Colorado College blog. As an astrophysicist, I'm a product of institutions that are steeped in systemic racism and white supremacy, she said. No, you're a Karen and nobody likes you. Probably because you say annoying, stupid things like this, Natalie. The tenets of white supremacy that show up in physics of individualism and exceptionalism and perfectionism. Okay, wow, black people can't be perfect either. Wow, Natalie, you really have a low opinion of black people. especially for somebody who's, well, not known at all in a field where you're calling it racist, but the only person that anybody knows from the field happens to be a black guy.
Chuck
Anyway.
third, go back up to fourth.
The tenets of white supremacy that show up in physics of individualism, exceptionalism, and perfectionism, it's either or thinking, and there's no subtlety. There's no gray area. I don't know. Does the field of study in astrophysics allow for gray areas, or is it, you know, science-y? Just throwing it out there. Last I heard, things that are concrete fact don't have a lot of gray area around them. They just tend to be. You know, kind of like 2 + 2 is 4. And anybody who says otherwise is a blithering idiot. Anyway, Jonathan Turley writes, the attack on individualism and exceptionalism is a growing trend. We previously discussed how meritocracy is racist and furthers white supremacy. And here, once again, I don't even know what this dip looks like. Oh, well, that's interesting. Why is it? Oh, wow. Hey, this is very strange. I clicked on, because I don't know what her ugly mug looks like, and I'm assuming it's ugly because, well, she's a professor. Her name is Natalie. I click on the link to her at coloradocollege.edu, and when you know it, the page isn't there. This is a 404 page. And an oops, you seem to have reached an error page. And really, it is
so I got dead zone to there.
_Natalie_Marie.html. So this is her official
Clutch
faculty
isn't doing
page
nothing
at Colorado College.
Oh, stop doing that.
Times when you are.
See, the TGT2 doesn't do this. I'm rolling backwards and the wheel's just going insane.
The college faculty page. That's interesting. Huh. Could it be that Colorado College
at a 129 right now, but I'm not doing my best lap yet.
Have you heard anything about Colorado College? It doesn't sound like it's respected, right? It's good to know that somebody you don't know from a university you've never heard of is telling you
it's on hard.
The field she works in is super racist when the only person that anybody knows from the field happens to be a black guy.
That.
Yeah, so apparently they've pulled her out of all of this. Oh, I see a picture of her. All right, who wants the over-under on this? I did find a picture of her in a group of people. Are you ready? Yeah, she's a white lady. Oh, man, I'm shocked. Another pasty white liberal lady says that everything is racist. Wouldn't you know it? That's strange. How very strange. Colorado College Street pulled her faculty page down. Did she say something this stupid without having tenure? Or are they just trying to protect her identity? Because I don't think they know how the internet works. It's not going to take any time to find her at all.
Focus.
I'm just throwing it out there. But somebody's going to fact check me. And they're going to be like, no, Neil deGrasse Tyson is not an astrophysicist. But it's weird because in Google it says world famous astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson. Maybe he's not black. Is he not black? Do we just not know?
Okay, where am I at?
I mean, sometime.
What the crap is that doing? Really? What was that all about? I have no idea what just happened. Okay, that was kind of bizarre. Okay. We're just gonna have to resume grinding with Casey later tonight when he's done. Because that was kind of weird. Let's play some Porter. Okay? Okay. Forward, looks like. Something weird happened. get you up there, dude. I got working that a little bit still. And that doesn't really help me. I need better contrast. Thank you. I know you're going to be hearing an echo. I apologize. If it's bad, I can turn it down some. Just let me know. Oh no, waited too long to downshift. Time to look at the track. Yeah, I'm sorry. Come on. It's alright. Yeah, I know. I know. I'm awful. I know. 4 laps. Nope, that is not a PayPal notification. Throws the car. Damn. I gotta figure out how to turn. I'm trying to figure out how to turn more speed through there. The Red Bull, you can just go through there without lifting, and I know there's a fast way to get through there. If one of the fast guys like Grove can shoot a video in the GTR, that'd be great. time, go down to fourth. Dropping down to fourth way too soon. Same thing happens. Insanity is ensuing. Damn it. Don't drop down to fourth until I hit that apex. It's probably the smart thing to do. With this car, each car has a different transmission. What are you doing? Waiting for me. Every time, same thing. Every time. That entry, that exit. Third gear is kind of no bueno. I'm discovering. Over braking perhaps? I don't know. I see some red there. Hard stop. I know I didn't have to brake, but I want to see what the brakes are doing. Didn't want 2 gears, I just wanted 1. That's a penalty.
Yeah, I am terrible at Road Atlanta.
I like it. I'm not warmed up yet. This is my first race. And I'm like fixated on my brakes right now still. Superior. Sonic got up to A yesterday. I went to bed at like 7 in the morning and got up at 2:20 and he was still racing. He was at A. So he busted his butt and got up to A. Let me drive the Sylvia for a little bit and then come back to this. Nope. And switch it off.
I'm okay, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing the swap. We're gonna be doing the swap. Running 125 here.
Yeah. I gotta get with the program, man.
That's not fast enough.
I know 130 is not fast enough. I know. Don't forget, I am Mayor Slow. Uh-oh, can't break that late, sir. Crying out loud. Don't do it! No, don't do it! Fine. Crying out loud. Forgot I was in 6th. Wow. Whoa! Abort. Cannot abort in real life, you must continue. Where are we at? Back, alright. Nope, too late. Come on! Damn it. Thank you so much for not obeying me. The hard way. What we're doing it the hard way. It's alright. the Made by Porter playlist on Spotify. We are free to use it during gameplay. All we want. We have permission from Kaboom Operator, who's the producer, and Porter himself, the creator of the music. Split the difference. Sorry about that. That's points. Dude, what is with you idiots? Brake checking morons, man, I swear. Safety rating's going down. We're going to have a safety meeting, I think. Yeah. Bad. Sorry about that. Damn, dude.
The Bulls start braking at the 200, dropped to third in about 60 miles. Bull.
Turn 1 is my nemesis, man. I can get through every other turn. It's a matter of putting those pieces together, but I cannot get through turn 1 hardly at all, dude. I know what you're doing, I see, I appreciate you. Thank you. Pull me forward, sir. Yep. Don't do that. Dude, that's a dick move, man. That is such a dick move.
Turn 1 starts braking at the end of pit road, dropped about 90 in third gear.
Don't tell me speeds. I don't look at my speedometer. Alright, so at the apex, drop into fourth. Alright. Brake and roll or brake and stay on the brakes? That's my question. Well, let's try something new. Got back on throttle a little bit too soon. I was down by the apex.
You got that.
Yeah, getting closer to it. That felt good. Thank you. That's a penalty. Rear end kicks out so easy in this car. Alright. Horrible. Why won't the screw controller stay on? Focus. Back is all sweaty and hot. Oh, wrong person.
Stream element spot running, emoji robot. Skipping some comments. Bold. Turn 1 start braking at the end of pit road dropped about 90 in third gear. You got that. My brake point at the end of turn 1 is the end of the cones at pit road.
What car? I'm in the Sylvia. I know what that is. Alright, let's go. Time trial time. Yeah, I'm in the Sylvia. It's more stable. Well, I thought it was more stable. If I stay off the grass, it'll be more stable. It feels more stable than the GTR for me right now. Especially making a bunch of changes to my brakes. And that car is super twitchy if you get on the brakes in a turn.
Gotcha.
Same thing happened with me with Manu last week, or week before.
No GTR.
No, with Manu, I was in the GTR, I couldn't control it, so Scotty suggested I jump in the Sylvia, which I did for a while, and I was lacking speed.
Okay.
So I jumped back in the GTR, and I was able to set faster laps, and I was comfortable in the GTR then. Because this car it feels slower, it feels wider, it's got a different gearing ratio and everything. So, part of the journey, see if this helps. I feel good at that. I feel good in the car. Load time is horrendous. Could be worse.
Sylvia is good car.
Yeah, it is. My phone's making noises. Yeah, way late. Can't make up for way late braking. Got back in fourth late. Oh, I want to look at something. Power curve.
I use the Civia for the Lemons credit grind.
Yeah, really. I bet there's some good tunes for it too. Oh, no grass. Grass, dude, the damn grass. It curves in quick. Downshifting at the wrong time can cause problems. That was shaping up to be a pretty decent lap too, I think. Where'd Colby go? Oh no! It's 4:30. Okay. Whoa, P3. Look out. lemons. Zesty lemons. Squeeze on top of sardines. And then let them simmer in the spot for an hour. Marinate the sardines and lemons. Humid hot spot. Alright, let's go. You're welcome. I don't want to drive a WRX.
One look better.
Yeah. I still didn't hit it right though, the way I want. We weren't going fast enough. We weren't going full speed. I gotta get back up.
Look better.
Yeah, that felt better. Damn it, we gotta go down third. Shazbot. Yeah, that felt a lot better. Forgot to drop down to third for the blip. And that's a penalty. Go! Yeah, I know, I'm sloppy right now.
No pen.
Thank you. How is he in third? Oh, wait, I'm in fourth. Oh, shit. Damn it. Dude over there threw me off completely. Damn it. Thank you for resetting. Go. Holy crap. how to recover from that. I know. Appreciate you pushing me out there so I can recover, but I failed.
200 board.
I don't see the boards. I see the signs. I'm trying to brake like before the first sign. Depending on other cars, that's where you can brake. Damn it. Nope, need to stay on the brake until I got to the apex. That's a major fudge up. Look for the 200 board. See where it is in relation to the sign. Way back there? Or was that a 250? Alright.
That time you brake at 250.
Okay, that was a 250. Alright. I can't see it. It's a blur. I can't read it. Yeah. What's up, Colonel? How are you? Yeah. So the first sign, you know, the white signs. What is that? Is that like 125? Because I know the white lines on the ground and on the track are 100 and then 50. And
Doing well. How are you?
Pretty good. I just started racing. Doing okay. Making mistakes, but I'm not mad. I'm learning and I'm processing everything and moving forward. Putting pieces together. Making dumb mistakes. Alright.
Yeah. LOL.
Oh no, it went away! Oh, where'd my DR go? Crap. Alright. Well, you're never gonna build a DR up finishing badly. So, get it together.
How are your brakes holding up?
Better today. So, I put the springs back in that I had in there. The only difference is the preload spring that's usually in the middle, which is super soft.
By the way, I have new car from my accident already.
I replaced the preload spring with a black elastomer washer. And Casey the host is going to try and print that brake mod for me, Colonel. I was streaming a little bit ago with something crashed and I don't know what to do with this old iPhone. It's slow. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I can't use the YouTube app. I can't use the Rumble app because it's got to be on 10.0 or higher, and this is stuck at 9. Alright, let's go.
Okay, cool to hear Casey's on it.
Yeah. I need some sponsors, man. Alright, shut and drive. Brake, turn in, downshift. That was dumb. That was dumb.
Done with one before on T2. Top of hill brake at second line.
Looking at the tack, sorry. Gotta stay on the brake. Downshift to 5th, roll in. Downshift to 4th with the apex. Power out. Nope, that's not it. That's
Stream
not how you
elements
do
bot
that.
running, emoji robot. Skipping some comments. Ah, okay, cool to hear KC's on it. Done that one before on T2. Top of hill brake at 2nd line. Looked better. Now just clean it up. I've mostly been struggling with turn 1 on the course. Depending on the car it can be difficult to find the correct braking zone in RAC.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm just used to going flat out through there in the frickin' Red Bull, you know? That's interesting.
I might get on in a minute, still doing something though.
Yeah. Alright, here we go. I'm not going to be on a whole lot longer. It's what? 4:50 right now? I need to be off at 5. I got to start keeping the regular schedule. Because last night was horrible. Got caught up in farting around my brakes and lost track of time completely, and dinner was late. Pizza was good though.
Yikes, at least you have the return to form in mind.
Yes. I'm trying. Oh.
Nice quality position.
I was P3 last race. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I gotta get that time down. I gotta get my lines down. It's alright, it'll come. I gotta slow down. Figure it out. Here we go.
Good luck.
Thank you. Burn that fuel. Really? Wait for that lobby to form, man. doing, you knob? Horrible. You're as garbage as that was, so fast sector. Okay. Missing gears. Damn it. Second, up to third. Not getting the rotation I need out of there. Damn it, come on now, go. Damn it. What is with this car? Me being third at that apex, driving out. Sloppy.
3 times.
Yeah, that was bad, bro. Overdriving tires.
Drifting on grass, LOL.
Yeah. Damn, dude. Wait, we're braking. Yeah. Like earlier. Way too late. That's the front tire spinning, man. Time trial a little bit. 3 after 5. Ah, crap. I'm not complaining. I got nothing to complain about. Except I'm tumbling. I need to start climbing. Man. Super. Casey's got 3.1 thousand followers on Rumble. CaseyTheHost.com. Or CaseyTheHost on Rumble.com, sorry. Alright. Ah, no, get out of there. Don't even, no.
I think you should do Monza just for giggles.
No, I'm not gonna do Monza for giggles.
LOL, emoji face with tears of joy.
Knucklehead. I'm not doing Monza. Not even an accident. Okay, that's weird. That's locked up. Huh. Stuff is acting kind of weird.
Why not? It's actually good track.
Not for DR. That's weird. What is wrong?
It does not affect your DR this time around.
I know, which is why I'm not going to do it. That's why I'm not going to do it.
There's a couple of problems with what they determined in the investigation that remain unanswered with the other investigation, but you know, the other investigation is a separate case.
Alright. Want to look at something and try to figure out what. Unreal.
Indiana State Police.
Unbelievable.
Indiana State Police investigation is over. That focused on St. Joseph County Clerk Rita Glenn. No criminal charges against Glenn. We filed the original complaint targeting Glenn and centered around election officials possessing and using multiple keys to access a secure absentee ballot storage area during the primary election of 2022. The complaint was assigned to a special prosecutor called for the state police to investigate. The special prosecutor concluded that there is not enough evidence that Glenn knowingly committed a crime. Rather, evidence supports Glenn acted in good faith to fairly and efficiently perform her duties. As a result, the criminal investigation is now closed.
Unreal.
When you go through the paperwork, they kind of explain what she allegedly threw away. Hold on, these rolls here. I had it saved, and then they ended up moving them. Hold on a second. I'm trying to get the part of the document on there. Let's see. Glenn states as follows. The day in question, May 2nd, 2022.
Oh, stop rumbling,
There were no ballots in that room where the ballots are stored with the two separate locks. Those ballots were in a separate room and being separated for central count on election day. I was destroying the end of the rolls of paper that come out of the Unison's Freedom Votes. The Freedom Votes sound an alarm when the paper is almost out. The absentee board removes those rolls and replaces them with a new roll as not to run out while the voter is voting. These thermos rolls were then destroyed to protect the integrity of the election, since they have the court seal and box for the bipartisan initials. If everyone recalls, the voter places their ballot themselves in our county and seals them in them, and then the yellow envelope. I then reached in the bin and scrunched the thermos rolls to mark it permanently. Let's see. There's a follow-up email.
As soon as it drops the fourth.
P.S. I forgot to mention that the empty cardboard rolls that the paper is on could not go to the recycle bin. Therefore, what you see was me placing them in the trash pile. So the cardboard couldn't go in, so she put them in the trash pile. So she's claiming what this investigation doesn't really do is it doesn't really address the backup keys that the Republican Party was unaware of, and it doesn't address the people who are not authorized to grant her access to the room, granting her access to the room in there. They do say that the Republican who was supposed to be there to unlock was not present, and that attempts to get a hold of him did not happen. There's another story to that as well. But, so we still have some questions about the keys, but nonetheless, the investigation by the Indiana State Police is basically we don't have enough evidence that she did anything wrong, and given that the other person wasn't there upon request, that she acted in good faith in trying to execute her duties. I'm waiting to hear the Republican Party of St. Joseph County's official position, which of course their position all along has been they had keys that they were not allowed to have, which is what set off the original investigation. This investigation here doesn't address that fact, and just having people randomly show up with keys who are not authorized by the party to have those keys is still a problem considering the law. So this doesn't address that. This is purely addressing her going into the room, Glenn going into the room, and what she was disposing of. She's made a claim. That's what the Indiana State Police have concluded. There's not enough evidence that her claim is not true, and as a result, she will not face any criminal charges in entering the absentee ballot room. But again, this does not address the issue of the keys, which continues to be an issue. I don't know if that investigation is still ongoing, but nonetheless, it wasn't answered in this document at all. This is a 21-page document on the case. It was just released this afternoon. So it does not address that. It basically says that somebody who we know is not authorized to have the key got a backup key that they're not authorized to have, and then somebody else in the office who self-identified as a Republican was somehow supposed to be good enough, and they've called that into question as well. So there's still some shenanigans here, no doubt about that, but as it pertains to the former clerk going into the absentee ballot room without any Republicans who were authorized to let her in, move Republican lock, her going into the room itself, the Indiana State Police said that there doesn't appear to be any evidence or insufficient evidence that she was doing anything nefarious and that she was just trying to get the job done as best as she could. But like I said, it doesn't address the fact that they were able to get into the room, which they're not supposed to be able to do. And that the individuals, they even acknowledge in this document here from the special prosecuting attorney, even in this document here, they acknowledge the key was a backup key. The individual who produced the backup key was not authorized to have one. And if you go back to the original bit with all of this, remember this, we only got the surveillance video reading like going in the absentee ballot because there was like 6, 7, maybe even 8 copies of the Republican key floating around the Republican Party didn't authorize. And there were people who were not authorized by the Republican Party who had the key. And then we find out that Rita Glenn had a master key. She's not supposed to have a master key. We went over the law with everybody. There is no reason for her to have that. There's no reason for anybody else to have that. People who are just self-identifying as a representative of the other party, that's not good enough. The party themselves have designated representatives and backups. So even if the person who was supposed to be on scene wasn't there, there is a backup individual that apparently wasn't brought into the fray here. So we talked about a lot of that before. We'll wait for the St. Joseph County Republican Party to issue their full statement. This is just breaking this afternoon. So I've already reached out to them just to see if they have a statement on this, and I assume that they will release it as soon as they've crafted their statement, and maybe we'll have somebody on tomorrow talking about all of this. Not exactly sure, but that's the general crux that we have about all of this, at least at this point in time. So as soon as I know more, I will let you know. But as it stands right now, the former clerk in St. Joseph County will not face any criminal charges for going into the absentee ballot room.
Unauthorized.
And that's where it is. So Indiana State Police did not find any evidence that would suggest that charges were warranted there, but it didn't address the other issues at all. which still need to be addressed, right? So people in the Discord server already saying what they need to say. And it's 21 pages. I'll put in the daily show prep so you can read the full report. And the conclusion is only a paragraph. The conclusion doesn't give you any actual information. It goes through, it has the interview with everybody who is involved in the case. So you can go ahead and read through their statements to the police, as well as what they alleged to have done, what she alleged to throw away, that sort of thing. That's all right there in the document, so you can read it for yourself. Again, we'll put it at btmedia.news. That's btmedia.news in the daily show prep for today's show, immediately following the show today. Got more coming up. Newstalk 95.3, Michiana's News Channel.
Casey Hendrickson, 95.3 NNC. This hour's business spotlight is on Prime Table Restaurant in...
All right, what's your word?
Exponential. Exponential.
Did you use that in a sentence?
Corporate profit has been up over exponentially.
No, it's exponential.
Come on, man.
I can't spell that with a T.
Anyway, I think it's legitimate, and I think it is, it's just but I don't think anyone's ever said.
It's handled with an N right here in the dictionary.
We said that, and why they do that?
That's how it's spelled.
Look, I was... Anyway.
Okay, my base is done. Advertise. Okay. Your turn, bud. Gonna work for me?
Shoot it at summer depression!
That is also really not a word, Joe.
Come on, man.
No, you can't just make words up.
No, words matter a lot.
Exactly.
I got your point across. You're the only guys that don't understand it.
No, that is not a word. What is that supposed to say? That's a real word?
Yes.
That's a real word, Joe?
Yes.
What does it mean?
You know.
Okay, why don't you use it for me?
So, like, for example, America is a nation that can be defined in a single word.
Try again.
Kleptocracy. Yeah.
What?
Kleptocracy. The guys who are the kleptocracy.
Okay, Joe? No. All right, so I put down the word advertising, right? Right. Okay, and you put down the word calf care.
Yes, I'm gonna win.
No, Joe, my point is you're writing gibberish and I'm putting down actual words.
Stop your boast about never being seen dead with you. You can do anything. You always...
It's not a boast. I just have basic literacy. Do you?
I should really read them, but I have never in my life done anything in approaching a woman that has been other than trying to bring salt. I'm used to. Like, one of your staff was...
What are you talking about?
No, this is the president.
You know what? Okay, I'm done. You can play here by yourself. Enjoy.
I'm going to beat Joe Biden. Joe Brandon, I agree.
Become a member at freedomtunes.com for exclusive cartoons.
No DTS.
Who's that? I can't see right this second.
You call that an MP5? Das ist ein Stück Scheiße. You Americans are very funny, Oh, you 3D printed that? No way. I'm a developer at HK. I don't think this is okay. Look at this. The way you massacred my boy was a little chunky, Is this already patented or something? I don't know if you're...
Dang it.
The way you massacred... How to do this? You're messing with German engineering.
DMC, what up?
I think we have a problem. Ich habe eine MP5, you give a little slap. Ich habe eine MP5, we snap it just like that.
Sucky, run the MC and back.
We have a little fun. Ich habe eine MP5.
Jesse, how are you?
Listen, I didn't come all this way for you to just be gentle with me, alright? I need you to slap me hard. I need to go into battery, alright? Give it to me. Don't turn back.
To the HK slap.
I'm Big Man, hope everyone is well.
I still don't quite understand. You mean you just squirted it? What? I I squirted it, yeah, I squirted it out of the 3D printer with plastic inside a bin. Yeah, I'm scared. This could mean anyone could 3D print it in the living room. I think that's the point, yeah, but it's very scary. Sometimes the world is a scary place. Slap it with your left, slap it with your right, slap it in the day, and slap it in the night, slap it like you need it.
Are you working on your time for racing?
I see it, it always hits me hard.
Listen, I didn't come all this way for you to just be gentle with me, alright? I need you to slap me hard. I need to go into battery, alright? Give it to me. Don't hold back.
To the HK
I gotta put my phone where I can read it. Yeah, I'm working my time trial. I want to get down, you know, 127 or better. That's my goal right now. I gotta do my usual stuff. And that'll take about an hour. Last couple days, I'm gonna deal with my brakes.
And again, schedule a test drive for the vehicle that you want. It doesn't have to be one located at the dealership nearest you. Look at their full inventory. Schedule a test drive for the vehicle that you want. They'll make sure it gets down to the dealership that is closest to you, so that way you can actually go and take a look at it. It's a service that they provide for their customers, and again, this is one of the reasons that we went with them. I've been to
the GTR should be shifting up right at top of grass.
Yeah, I really like driving it during Manu.
Been treated really well by them. Went back, did find the vehicle that
It's tough on me right now, though.
made the purchase. It was a great experience. Highly recommend going to R&B Car Company.
Really?
When you do go to R&B Car Company, please let them know that you're there because of this show.
All right.
The FBI has apparently raided a shop in New York City, down in Chinatown. This is apparently an operation that was being run by the Chinese Communist Party, and they're saying that it was a secret police operation by the Chinese Communist Party in New York. Interesting. The FBI raided a New York Chinatown building late last year in a mission to stop secretive CCP police force accused of collecting intelligence on Chinese immigrants and harassing those who oppose the dictator in China. An office on the third floor of the 6-story building that was raided housed a Chinese outpost that, according to federal agents, was conducting police operations without jurisdiction or diplomatic approval from the United States. The FBI counterintelligence agents conducted the raid in conjunction with the U.S. Attorney's Office in Brooklyn as a way to stop Communist China's global efforts called Operation Fox Hunt to surveil its citizens and hunt down those who oppose the regime overseas and force them to go back to China. So we had heard about stuff like this happening in the United States. We know that it's happening on college campuses, and that college campuses get money from Communist China through the various programs will often allow the Chinese to surveil Chinese students. When confronted with the fact that it was a police, that it has police centers all around the world, Chinese Communist Party officials claim these centers were not designed to spy on Chinese people overseas and crush dissidents, but rather officers where volunteers help people obtain things like a driver's license. So that's their claim. No, we're helping our citizens get driver's licenses and stuff. That's what the consulate is for. You don't need these secret police operations.
Really?
New York Times reported that numerous
it just
accounts
kills all your speed, though.
Chinese officials bragged about how the country's overseas police service centers are effective.
And it says the car sliding.
That many of these reports were deleted from China's internet not that long ago. It's actually worse in Europe, which makes perfect sense that it would be worse in Europe. They've got them all over Europe. So if you happen to be from China and you happen to run into anything like this, well, you should probably report it to the authorities. It is illegal. They're not allowed to be conducting those operations here, but nonetheless, they have been. Speaking of the FBI, at least at least one division of the FBI is doing their job. There's a report that just came out that the FBI did in fact have investigative interest in the pro-abortion protests last summer outside of the homes of Supreme Court justices, which we already know because it's a crime to do what those protesters were doing. It is illegal. If you read the U.S. Code, it's against the law. The fact that you had members of Congress out there saying, yeah, it's okay to go ahead and harass these justices at their home. Honestly, it should be an impeachable offense. The fact that they're out there saying, yeah, they can go ahead and protest officers in court. No, they can't. It's a crime. Schumer said it, others said it, Pelosi said it. No, it's illegal. You can't do that. But they did. And the FBI acknowledged that they had investigative interest in investigating those individuals, specifically the threats that were being made. Remember, somebody did try to assassinate Supreme Court justices. They were captured. Let's not forget that. But the FBI chose not to investigate those individuals. After somebody leaked the court's draft majority opinion in Dobbs versus Jackson, Women's Health Organization, on May 2nd, protesters demonstrated for months outside the Virginia residences of Justices Amy Coney Barrett, Samuel Alito, and Clarence Thomas, and the Maryland homes of Chief Justice John Roberts and Justice Brett Kavanaugh. Just days after the leak of the draft opinion that ultimately would overturn Roe v. Wade and abortion on demand, which, by the way, Texas released a report that overturning Roe v. Wade eliminated 99% of abortions in the state of Texas. That's a win. The FBI issued a report to multiple FBI field offices, Virginia State Police, and possibly other police departments, highlighting news articles of interest. Several of the articles were about pro-abortion activists holding protests outside the homes of the Supreme Court's 6 conservative justices. I would call them 6 conservative justices, but I digress. After each news article listed in the FBI's May 12th report, acronyms indicate which FBI offices have jurisdiction and an investigative interest in each event. Now, the Daily Signal obtained the FBI report through a FOIA request to the Virginia State Police. So the Daily Signal had to go to the Virginia State Police and do a FOIA request just to get the FBI's document on this thing. Very clever way of going about it. The FBI normally doesn't release information to the public regarding items of investigative interest, indicating that the Virginia State Police may have released the document to the Daily Signal in error. So the Daily Signal, again, little pause, bravo. You went to the Virginia State Police thinking that they would probably be more likely to give you the document that the FBI was not going to give you, and they did, probably by mistake. But nonetheless, we now have this information that the FBI did not want you to know. The report links to the Daily Mail story with the extended headline, because all of their headlines are extended. The left-wing firebrands backing protests at SCOTUS judges' houses. After the article, the FBI notes that WFO, VA, and multiple field offices. WFO is the Washington Field Office. VA means the Baltimore Field Office, and multiple field offices indicate news relevant to the work of many different offices. The article in the Daily Mail mentions the pro-abortion group Ruth Sent Us, which is a terrorist organization, by the way, that is a part of Antifa, which is another terrorist group. So think of them just as a chapter or a unit of Antifa. Another article from The Hill on Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin's call for greater security at those homes of the justices is noted to be of interest in the FBI's Washington Field Office. That article also mentions Ruth Sent Us. Now, you should understand that Ruth Sent Us specifically threatened the justices. They threatened violence if Roe v. Wade was overturned. They actually defaced and vandalized pro-life organizations and offices. What the FOIA revealed is that there is an FBI investigative interest in these stories. Why else would the FBI highlight them as being relevant to the Washington Field Office, the Baltimore Field Office, and multiple other field offices? That is Roman Jakowski, Senior Investigative Counselor on the Heritage Foundation's Oversight Project. He told the Daily Signal this. Unfortunately, regardless of the theoretical investigative interest in the political violence of such groups as Ruth Sent Us or Jane's Revenge, the FBI has demonstrated no interest in pursuing any investigative activity that targets any persons who are proponents for abortion. I may, just for the sake of argument here, I may have misrepresented Ruth Sent Us to Jane's Revenge. Jane's Revenge might be the one that committed those other things that Ruth Sent Us said. They might have both done it, but just in case I confuse them, firing from the hip there, I apologize. So, again, 18 U.S.C. 1507, it clearly states that it is against the law for you to do what these organizations were doing. You can do it. If I read it to you again, whoever with the intent of interfering with, obstructing, or impeding the administration of justice, or with the intent of influencing any judge, or with the intent of influencing any judge in the discharge of his duty, pickets or parades in or near a building or residence occupied or used by such judge shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 1 year or more. It is against the law for that to happen. And the fact you have members of Congress and members of the news media out there telling you that it was okay that they did this was wrong, period. Members of Congress
I know I'm missing my spot.
Office for advocating illegal behavior.
I'm not seeing the signs because they're in the leaves.
Got more coming up. News Talk 95.3 Michiana's News Channel, MNC News Time.
They're in the friggin' leaf shadows. I can't see them.
Jewelry creations, creating meaningful jewelry for the moments.
You gotta go by the lines in the track.
Excuse me. All right. Sorry, folks, been getting phone calls and stuff like that. Just kind of dealing with some stuff. Did you try that down? Catch up on your comments, but I was a little confused about what some of them were. I wouldn't call Roberts a conservative justice. I wouldn't even call Amy Coney Barrett a conservative justice, but that's why. Just because they're appointed by Trump doesn't mean anything.
GTR box down when you short shift. Keep it high reps before shifting.
Official word from the St. Joseph County Republican Party will tell you that, but I'm assuming they're going to take the evening and talk with their lawyers and craft a response. And as soon as we have it, we will let you know about it.
During manual, I was shifting at 6,500.
I don't want to. Why are you sending me to business suite?
Oh crap! I gotta do my chores. Yeah, I'm in the habit of short shifting it because of Manu, trying to save fuel and trying to maximize horsepower and all of it.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stool.
And I don't have to worry about fuel here.
It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic
Need to let it eat.
EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and And talk to your doctor about your symptoms. Identifying.com. Sponsored by Apple.
I hear ya about this track just ring its neck.
To the final phase, industrial and commercial electrical. Casey Hendrickson.
Yeah. Okay. Let it eat. Okay. Well, we're moving up. That's good.
And good afternoon. Thank you for tuning in to Stock 95.3, Michiana's news channel. I am your host.
All right. Thanks for watching. I'm going to be back in a little bit. I got to do my chores and all my usual stuff. And I'll be back on probably 7 o'clock is my guess. Is John streaming? Is anyone streaming? I need someone to watch while I'm doing my stuff.
Later on, Dave. Take care.
All right, I'll see you guys in a little while. Thanks for
LOL.
watching. I appreciate you guys. I really do. See you in a little bit. Oh, come on now.